You ever have that one friend who treats spoilers like a love language? The kind of guy who thinks ruining a show for you is somehow bonding. Yeah, I have had that friend. His name is Mark, and for years, he was basically a walking, talking Twitter notification with thumbs. Imagine this. It's 3 in the morning. You're asleep like a responsible adult. Some new episode of some hyped-up show drops worldwide. 5 minutes later. 5. Your phone lights up like a bomb going off. OMG, when X dies in the first scene. That's the kind of chaos Mark brought into my life. Not even a good morning. Just emotional damage delivered straight to my lock screen. And his follow-up was always the same infuriating line. Lol, sorry bro, should have watched it earlier. Like I'm supposed to quit my job, abandon my responsibilities, and sit in front of a screen at 30 a.m. because Mark has no circadian rhythm or social boundaries. You'd think after muting him, asking him politely, and even trying to watch stuff earlier, he'd chill. Nope. Mark doesn't chill. Mark does spoilers the way toddlers do tantrums, loudly and with no remorse. So one day, a couple months ago, my whole friend group got obsessed with this new sci-fi show. You know the type. Big twists, government conspiracies, weird glowing artifacts, all the good stuff. And miracle of miracles, I was actually keeping up. I was watching episodes the day they dropped. I was avoiding the subreddit like it was radioactive. I was doing everything right. But somehow, Mark still got me. I'm on my morning commute, barely awake, headphones in, just trying to listen to a podcast and avoid human interaction. Then my phone buzzes. Wait till you see episode 5. That's all he wrote. 6 words. But if you've ever had something spoiled, you know that's all it takes. My whole body tightened. My stomach dropped. I could literally feel the tension crawl up my spine, because episode 5 was the one I was saving for that night. I had snacks planned, a blanket, mood lighting. It was going to be a whole thing. And now I knew something big, something ruinous was coming. I stared at his message, and I swear I felt something break. Not loudly, not violently, just quietly, like a small internal snap. That soft little click of a boundary dissolving. I texted him back something short like, "Dude, stop." But he just replied with a laughing emoji, not even a full sentence. Just that little mocking yellow face that might as well have said, "I own your peace." That was it. That was the final straw. That was the moment I decided, okay, Mark, game on. Now, here's the funny thing. The universe sometimes hands you the perfect setup. After Mark's smug little emoji, I found out through one of our mutual friends that he hadn't even started the show yet. He was saving it to binge. Saving it, the guy who spoiled entire plot arcs for me 5 minutes after they aired, was sitting on a pristine stack of unwatched episodes like a dragon hoarding treasure. And something inside me just activated. Revenge brain. Petty justice mode. The spirit of every spoiler victim that's ever lived. So I went on Reddit, not to actually learn spoilers. I didn't want to ruin the show for myself. I just needed inspiration. I looked at theories, random predictions, fan nonsense. Then I closed it and began crafting a story. A beautiful, intricate, absolutely ridiculous fake plot. You know that feeling when your brain lights up with the exact right kind of pettiness? That was me. I'm pretty sure I was channeling 12 different fiction writers at once. I wrote about the main character secretly being a clone. I added a dramatic betrayal from the love interest. I turned their dog, the adorable golden retriever the entire fandom loved, into an alien spy. And for the finishing touch, the entire show was set inside a simulation. It was perfect. Just plausible enough to sound spoilery. Just wild enough to feel like massive twist energy. And absolutely, completely false. Then I dropped it. The message was huge. A wall of text so big it probably made his phone lag. Can't believe they revealed all this in episode 3 mile. Send. I swear I could feel the air shift as I waited. And then the explosion. My phone started lighting up like a Christmas tree with notifications from Mark. Rage typing paragraph after paragraph. Full meltdown mode. In Savare Dawal di Yanai, you. Nobody has to you and our all get I see for I'm Dilakai get high school APP. I'm Del White Tito Gusku. It was like watching a tantrum in real time. A beautifully justified tantrum. And I just sat there sipping my coffee on the train, feeling the kind of peace monks spend decades training for. Not because I'd hurt him, Because I knew the truth. I knew exactly how this would end. And it wasn't going to be today. It was going to be weeks from now, when he finally binged the show and realized that none, absolutely none, of what I'd said happened. And that's exactly what happened. 2 weeks later, he finished it. And one night he popped back into the chat with the defeated energy of a man who has witnessed his own foolishness. "You're such a jerk," that's all he said. No anger, no threats, just resignation, acceptance, quiet surrender, because he knew he'd walked into the trap. He knew he'd earned it. And he knew, without me ever saying a word, that he had no moral high ground left. And the best part, he hasn't spoiled a single thing since. Not one show, not one movie, not even a trailer. Now, anytime he starts typing too fast or a little too excited, someone in the group chat just says, "Careful, might be a clone dog situation." And like magic, he shuts up immediately. The man quiets down like someone hit a mute button on his soul. And honestly, it taught me something. Sometimes revenge doesn't require cruelty. Sometimes justice doesn't require harming someone. Sometimes the most satisfying outcome is simply letting someone experience, for just a moment, the same discomfort they've been handing out freely for years. Not to hurt them, just to help them understand. If you've ever had a spoiler, loving friend, or someone who just couldn't respect boundaries, hit that like button. If you know that sweet taste of quiet vindication, subscribe for more stories like this. And let me know in the comments, what's the pettiest, yet most justified revenge you've ever pulled off? Thanks for listening, and hey, be kind, don't spoil things, and if you must, at least make it a clone dog level twist.